in crisis screen time. And it is time to hear from the kids themselves.
Yeah, how do they feel about their devices and the time they spend on?
21-year-old Sophie Shev clearly remembers the moment she joined social media. It was the day of her 10th birthday party.
I was someone that grew up pretty heavily bullied and someone that struggled to fit in socially. So when my peers told me that there was this app that they were downloading to stay connected to each other, to expand their social life, I thought that if I downloaded it, it would help me fit in too.
She downloaded Instagram and followed a few other students. But Sophie says when she turned to the Explore page, she saw content from accounts she didn't follow. And when she started clicking on posts about models and weight loss, she says it took a turn.
It went from swap out a candy bar for a carrot to this is how to hide your food, how to avoid eating completely.
Sophie says the content helped lead to her eating disorder. She was hospitalized 13 times, starting at the age of 15, when her doctor delivered this dire warning.
He looked me in the eyes and said, the insurance called and asked for your prognosis. And I had to tell them that you are going to die in the next couple of weeks. Your heart, liver, kidneys, they're all failing.
Sophie made major changes in her life, and she's in a healthier place now, going to therapy and taking a 2-year break from social media. And her story is not unique. When asked about the impact of social media on their body image, 46% of teens 13 to 17 said that social media makes them feel worse. Back in May, the U.S. Surgeon General issued a warning, calling the youth mental health crisis the defining public health issue of our time.
We see rates of depression and anxiety and suicide and loneliness going up among young people. And I'm concerned that social media is an important driver of that.
The Surgeon General points to 2019 research finding teens who spend more than 3 hours a day on social media face double the risk for mental health issues like depression and anxiety. And a lot of American teens are spending more time than that. A poll this month found just over half of teens say they're spending at least 4 hours a day on social media apps.
Favorite app?
I'd probably say like TikTok.
TikTok.
Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Ah, we have a divide.
I sat down with 15-year-old Elizabeth Kreitzberg, 13-year-old Josiah McLean Long, 16-year-old Megan Finichel, and 17-year-old Eric Woodbury at their school outside New York City to learn about their own social media use.
Josiah, what does it look like when you start looking at TikTok?
When I'm looking at TikTok, it's just so many funny videos and I just keep scrolling.
I think when I'm scrolling, I'm just forgetting and just avoiding everything else in my life.
I watch TikTok to fall asleep.
These teens say they don't use filters to change their appearance when they post on social media, but they certainly see a lot of that.
What about your friends? Do your friends use filters?
I have one friend. She uses a filter on every single photo, every single video. I don't know what she looks like for real anymore. I haven't seen her in a long time.
How much of your mental health do you think is tied to using the phone or screens? Do you see a connection there or not?
Not so much now, but definitely when I was younger, 2 years ago, I was more impressionable to what I'd see. And I was definitely more down on myself then.
What were you seeing?
People with filters or people with the unimaginable bodies that are all fake.
Perfect.
All fake and perfect. And it's why can't that be me, you know?
Most of their parents follow them on social media.
My mom does send me a lot of TikToks. My dad, Insta Reels and stuff. It's mostly, funny stuff.
They also tell me they've taken steps to have a healthier relationship with their phones. Megan says last school year she would sneak her phone into her room at night. This year her parents make her literally hand it over at 9:30.
My work wasn't getting done. I wasn't getting good sleep because I was scrolling. Because it seems like scrolling at night is the only free time we have. That's what it feels like anyway. But I guess now that they take my phone, I'm getting much better sleep.
As for Sophie, she's now a sophomore at Stanford and a mental health advocate, meeting with President Biden at the White House last year. And while she's back on social media, she says her relationship with it is different.
Social media now is a place of learning, but it is a place where I have to be able to make informed decisions in order to protect myself and to protect that 10-year-old Sophie every single day.
In the years since Sophie's experience, Instagram has made changes. Meta, Instagram and Facebook's parent company, tells us they don't allow anyone to encourage or promote eating disorders, and they remove content when they see it, whenever they become aware of it. NBC News also reached out to a lot of other social media companies about safety measures for teens. Snapchat, for example, has in-app parental tools. It's called the Family Center. It allows you to view your teens' friends and who they've messaged recently. You can restrict sensitive content. You can report any concerns that you have. TikTok told us they set a 1-hour daily screen time limit on teen accounts under 18, but the teens can enter a passcode to override that and continue watching.